Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? It's your boy ZT Speed, and we're back at it again with some more Diablo Immortal content. And today I will be doing a free to play gem guide for Demon Hunter. That is right. I was asked by a beautiful viewer to do a free to play guide. So, yeah, let's get into it. Just to be clear, the DH role is damage. So, anything to do with damage will help us fill that role. So, when we are looking for legendary gems, we will be looking for the ones that give us extra bonus damage. We prefer those for the role we are trying to fill. First off, power and command. Or actually, before this, I want to talk about the gem Fervent Fang. Fervent Fang, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. Why? Because it's super strong single target damage for the DH. And you can also obtain it from the Battle Pass, which I know that's technically not free to play, but $5 a month is free to play for this game. Deal with it. So now we're looking at the gem's power and command. I'm going to give that one a 9 out of 10 because it's a great boost for overall damage. The only reason I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 is because you have to use your skills during the right time to actually get that bonus. Same with the primary attack damage. So you do have to work around the flipping of the switch. That's one caveat of using power and command. Hunger, 4 out of 10. Don't use it's trash, trust me. Battleguard, I'm giving a 1 out of 10. Even worse, don't use it. Lightning Core, 5 out of 10. It's very fun for farming mobs, but other than, the electricity and animation and the little help it gives you for farming, it's not that great overall. But if you have a bunch of lightning cores, feel free to use it. It's a fun gem to use, nonetheless. Follower's Burden, I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10 because you need summons. Bloody Reach, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 for DH because a lot of the damage you will be doing is from a distance. The caveat with this is you need to basically stay as far away from all your enemies to get the maximum bonus, which in theory, sounds great, but in practice is a lot tougher, especially for like challenge rift situations or PvP where you get locked in a tight hallway and there's not much space to use. Unity Crystal, I'm going to give a 1 out of 10, just because this is another defensive gem. Cutthroat's Grin, I'm giving a 7 out of 10. Similar to Power and Command, how you have to how you have to time it. You have to get behind the enemy to get the additional critical damage, but if you can do that, it's definitely a strong gem. So for the 1-star gems, the Black Rose I'm giving a 2 out of 10 just because this is not what we're looking for. Nightmare Wreath I'm giving a 1 out of 10 because it's even worse. We don't want our enemies running away right when we pop our Vengeance. That doesn't make any sense. Berserker's Eye is a 10 out of 10. This is debatably the best 1-star gem in the game. It's insane for raw damage output. You do take a little bit more damage, but we're not worrying about that. Pain of Subjugation, 4 out of 10, because it does have a damage bonus, but usually when enemies are CC'd, whether it's PvE or PvP, they're going to die regardless of how much damage you do to them, so it's not a big make or break. Respite Stone, I'm going to give a 1 out of 10, just not what we're looking for. Carson's is a 10 out of 10, just like Berserker's Eye. It increases your damage output greatly, especially on DH. I think this is one of the other potential best gems to use on DH because it increases your damage output, but it doesn't increase the damage you take. It's also really good to pair with Howler's Call and Echoing Shade to get those out just a little bit quicker. Zodstone for Demon Hunter is pretty much useless. You don't need to worry about your ultimate. Next, we have Everlasting Torment, which I'm giving a 6 out of 10 because it's basically just like a baby version of Seeping Bile, where instead of you have a 4% chance to proc, it's just when it procs whenever you critical hit. Defiant Soul is a 1 out of 10 because Demon Hunter has a very low block chance, if none at all. Freedom and Devotion, 0 out of 10 because this is pretty much solely for Necro. Chain Death is a 5 out of 10. It's definitely not the best, but I think it's okay for increasing damage. Mocking Laughter, it's in the name. It's a joke. 0 out of 10. Don't use it. Sled's Weakening, 1 out of 10. It's, not the worst for PvE content, but I would not use this unless you really have to. And then Trick Shot is a 0 out of 10 as well because DH doesn't have any channeled abilities. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But as far as I can tell, and as far as me and my friends have tested, DH has no channeled abilities. So out of the kindness of my own heart, I made a beautiful visual representation on what gems you should prioritize leveling up for free-to-play demon hunters. As long as you pick the gems in the top 3 sections, you cannot go wrong. You can use any combination of these, and it should work fine. I would say, though, if you want to be more so optimized, I would suggest on working to get these 5 and then using one of these, whichever one you prefer, whichever one makes more sense in your eyes. Because I think out of the B tier list, Everlasting has the best skill effect. But one thing to also keep in mind is these 2 out of 5 gems have 300 resonance at rank 10 versus the 1 out of 10s only get 150. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I do appreciate it. Shout out to the viewer that let me know they wanted to see this type of content. Feel free to comment down below and let me know what type of content you'd like to see down below. Peace.